11 hours and 55 minutes before the 2019 elections. And this is the platform where we get to analyze the stories making the headline for the day. My name is Michael Oni, and as usual, I'm being joined by my friends and my colleagues, Samson Eze and Ginika Oloha. Good evening to you guys.
Good evening, Michael. Well. The event of Abeokuta, Ogun State today, it's just too much for Mr. President. And I'm just wondering, what will be the discussion between the president and Adams Oshiomhole inside the plane back to Abuja?
Well, we'll get to that. I know it may be coming as a surprise because most of the news media do not have the story, but we do have it. What happened today in Ogun State? The president and also the APC chairman was booed, and also he almost got pelted with stone. We will get to that today on the program. Well, Ginika Oloha.
Yeah. Good evening, Michael. I was just hearing Ejo
means it got to a point the governor of Ogun State pleaded to supporters of his party and supporters
he was even saying, please don't disgrace me.
Don't disgrace me. You get to hear that later during the course of the program here on the State of the Nation. But before we get there, as usual, we start from Abia State, and we are starting from Abia State today. There was a swearing in today. The new Abia State Commissioner of Police was sworn in at the Abia State Police Command, Etim Ene Okon, and also the new AIG in charge of Zone 9 was sworn in, and both of them advised the citizens of Abians to be law-abiding during the forthcoming elections. Well, guys, today there is no more collection of the PVCs. Today is actually the final day, and the PVC collection is over, and emotions were mixed as Umuahia residents trooped out en masse. We actually monitored the collection today for the last-minute permanent voters card collection. It ended today, guys. It means if you do not have your PVC, you won't participate.
Well, yeah. My candid opinion on that. I expected maybe INEC should have extended it to next tomorrow.
Again?
Yes, now, because next
tomorrow is Thursday, Wednesday.
But at least to enable other people who may not have collected their own to
Nigerians.
Yes.
But you know what? They really need to collect, get the actual number of PVCs that have been collected, know the numbers that are yet to be picked up, so that collation of results can be done effectively, because you can't just be going into the election without knowing how many number of registered voters. There should be number of registered voters, number of people who've been able to pick up their PVC. So
between Thursday and Friday,
that'll be quite close.
Okay. All right, guys, I think we should listen to the report. The mixed reactions, emotions, which were mixed today as the residents of Umuahia trooped out en masse to get their PVCs.
Since on Friday, but thank God today I've gotten it.
I've been here since about 3 minutes past 8 o'clock to pick up my PVC. The process is very slow, I must say, and it's discouraging. I don't think there's a whole lot of people here. I doubt if about 1/4 of the people here will be able to pick this.
And let's move over as we're heading to the polls, even as we're heading to the polls here in Abia State. The governorship candidates today signed a peace accord and committed themselves to a peaceful and credible poll.
The peace accord, which was initiated by Vision Africa Radio in collaboration with INEC and civil society organizations, was aimed at ensuring a peaceful election in Abia State, beginning from Saturday's presidential polls, according to Bishop Sunday Onwoha.
I know them, and I know on their own, none of them will want to create crisis in Abia State. And so having them publicly demonstrate peace today will encourage their followers to know that they have to toe the same line of peace.
One after the other, the candidates took their turns to sign the dotted lines, affirming their readiness to play according to the rules. In his remarks, the governorship candidate of People's Democratic Party, Okeze Ikbazo, challenged INEC and security agencies to play their part in ensuring a peaceful election.
As the leader of Abia, my desire and sincere wish that no single plot of any Abia drops on account of this election. I want to implore INEC to ensure that some of the things we hear about people already in custody of the church does not happen.
The governorship candidates of APC, Uche Oga, and his APGA counterpart, Alex Oti, also affirmed to a non-violent polls.
People that love peace and will ensure that we maintain peace in all our activities to ensure that no life is lost in this state. I'd like to also call on fellow candidates who have appended their signature to these documents today to ensure that we do not implement the document in breach. Because it is one thing to sign a document and it's another thing to ensure that we execute.
The candidates are expected to live up to their promises of ensuring a peaceful Abia State during and after the elections. Samson Eze, Flow FM News.
Well, thank you very much, Samson, for filing in that report. It's a way to go, especially as we are heading to the polls here in Abia State on the 2nd of March, although we will be participating in the presidential and the National Assembly. But that of the governorship election, remember, there is no doubt about it. The politics charged and people are expecting that particular election to be free and fair and also peaceful. I think a way to go, guys.
All right, I'm talking about that, the issue of this signing of the peace pact by the governorship candidates
in Abia State.
Just like Samson will always say, it's a paper tiger. I just hope it won't play out this time around. I just hope everybody plays according to whatever that peace pact means. And the issue of violence, of course, they've said that Abia State is a flashpoint in terms of security. Who always bring about the issue of this insecurity in Abia State? It's still the politicians, the political actors. So there's a need for them to keep to the rules of the game. Make sure that whatever you sign today, as regards to that peace pact, it's implemented, just like one of the candidates there mentioned it.
All right, still talking about the peace accord. What did you notice, Samson? You were there live. What did you notice?
Well, Michael, I was surprised. Initially, it looked like it was not going to hold, but then I was surprised when Alex Oti arrived. Later on, Uche Oga arrived, followed by the governor. And then every other person. You had more than 10 governorship candidates and even candidates for different layers of election. They all signed the dotted lines affirming to a non-violent poll. But like I've always believed there, it's not binding. Yes, morally, you can say it's binding. It was signed before a bishop, a man of God. But I tell you, if you go against that document, there is no legal backing to that. Even at the national level, we've not been able to establish or secure a legal backing to that. And I tell you, even the one signed by Buhari and the rest, it's been breached to the letter by the utterances of the politicians and the way they go about their thing. But it's a moral burden. Would you like to administer a violent Abia State that is ripped apart? Or would you want to bequeath your state? If you ever get the nod to administer the state, wouldn't you want a peaceful state? It's a moral burden, and it's left for politicians who are seeking the mandate of the people to know that it is better you leave the people in peace than in pieces, and nobody's blood is worth anybody's ambition.
Okay, Mike, Samson, you were there. What are those things, as in the rules?
The document.
Yes, what does it contain?
Okay, you have to at least tell your supporters not to be very violent, and then they provided some sort of benchmarks where the electorate, the people can actually hold their leaders accountable at the end of the day, and then civil society organizations, they can question some of your electoral promises, like a service pact rather, and then you know that it's something compelling that if you have promised this, they can hold it against you at the end of the day. And I think that has naturally even played out. And we've not heard so much of bogus promises, like you're going to do this and that. You promise a sweeping change, then you come back, and then the tide becomes so slow and very, very ugly, and something not good to write home about. People have been very cautious in terms of making electoral promises these days. And because of the social media, it is so important and very, very instrumental that people call up things that you've said in the past. All right, and then juxtapose it with your present position.
Because of our time, let's quickly move on. But still in Abia State, the governorship candidate of the All Progressives Grand Alliance, is making some very serious allegations here, saying politicians in the state are stockpiling arms. That's according to Alex Oti. Listen to him speak.
Now, for those who are preparing for war, my message to them is that the election is not war. If you do not make it this time, you can always make it next time. So, and you need to be alive to try next time. So I call upon them to sheath their sword, getting credible intelligence that people are stockpiling arms, people are getting ready to fight, people are getting ready to maim people. I don't think that is the spirit of the democratic process. It is supposed to usher in good governance, help people improve the welfare of the people and not to kill them.
Well, Ginika, some serious allegations. They're saying from credible sources, credible intelligence, that politicians are stockpiling arms.
I don't want this issue of Abia being a flashpoint in terms of security to be corroborated by the actions of political actors in the state.
Okay.
Stockpiling arms, totally out of it, and we preach against it here, especially on this platform. This is just a contest. Yes, I know that so many funds of finances must have gone into this particular contest, but you must also know that you want to serve the people, and in the course of serving the people, you don't need to kill or to maim anybody or even cause violence just to serve. It's all about service. If the people actually want you to serve them, then they will vote for you. If they don't want you to serve them, you can give way some other time, you try. But that is my major, point, because it appears that our politicians who are aspiring for one particular political position or the other, they are really not out to serve. Because if you want to serve, I don't see the reason why you must go and be stockpiling arms just to perpetrate violence and maim people, the same people you also want to serve. This is totally condemnable, and I think the security agencies should rise up to the occasion and see to this particular allegation. Look into it and make sure that it's sorted out.
All right, still talking about allegations and counter-allegations here in Abia State as we're heading to the polls on the 16th, just 4 days to go. The Inter-Party Advisory Council, IPAC, is alleging plans by some INEC officers to sell uncollected permanent voter cards to a particular party in Abia State. They didn't mention the party, but according to a press statement by IPAC Abia State Chairman Auguste Himere, he alleged that the officials have already collected half of the agreed inducement sum, that's the money, and will collect the rest immediately after they deliver the PVCs to the said party. Well, that's some serious allegations there.
Well, guys, that's a very serious allegation. I got that piece of statement before coming to the studio, and I tell you, it's something that the authorities in question, they should quickly, swiftly respond to that. I tried to get across to the resident electoral commissioner, Joseph Vilo, just before coming up here, but I called severally. He wasn't taking his calls. I'm very sure he would return that, and then he needs to confirm or say something about this. It's a serious allegation. And I've been asking myself, what is going to happen to those loads of PVCs around?
Uncollected
it's a bit vulnerable.
But selling uncollected,
if you buy it, what are you going to do with it?
Exactly.
Because
that would be my question.
You need to confirm the owner with the use of the card reader machine.
The thumb print, the details of the person that owns the PVC and all that. So I wonder how would that be possible? But we actually need the INEC to come and clarify this particular issue.
INEC to clarify that, and security agencies to work swiftly to forestall breakdown of law and order as it concerns the forthcoming election. Those are serious allegations, guys. But the governorship candidate of Providence People's Congress, PPC, Fortune Okoronkwo, is advising youth to resist temptation by some politicians to be used as agents of violence in the forthcoming elections.
Not be used as campaign talks. Do not sell your votes. Do not mortgage your future. Go to the polls, vote your conscience, vote for your future, vote for the unborn generation. Ensure that you are not used as tools of violence. That is the message of Fortune Okoronkwo and the PPC Abia State.
Well, that's the voice of the Abia State governorship candidate of Providence People's Congress, PPC, Fortune Okoronkwo.
That young man is a youth.
He spoke at the signing of the peace accord by the governorship candidate in Umuahia. He was there and urged the electors to vote according to their conscience. Well, that's the situation there.
I think you should, that particular message should be a kind of a pointer to the fact that actually the youth, We are also out to make sure that there's credible election that is peaceful and all that. The PPC governorship candidate is a youth, he's a young person, and he is vying for the office of the governor. And with that message, I think it goes to say that the youth, because the youth, they are the ones that always cause the violence. They use them as tools to cause this violence and perpetuate all kinds of evil, especially during elections. So that's a good one from the PPC governorship candidate. And I think I just hope and pray that the youth will abide by that message.
All right, still the State of the Nation right here, the first edition for the week. Exactly. Monday, 11th of February 2019. We will go for the first break, and when we return, give you the analysis of what happened today in Ogun State as the APC, the All Progressives Congress, went to Ogun State to campaign ahead of the presidential election, and something played out. Violence broke out. Well, and also the latest as it concerns the fielding of candidates for the All Progressives Congress in Rivers State. These and many more right here on the State of the Nation.